right?
Do you think there was a less secure? I'll let Tevin go.
No, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. That's a good question.
Uh, uh, well, this is the only thing that I kind of wanted to get across is like try to see. Like I know the Capitol building was definitely a bigger issue, but just try to see that some transparency that there were during the summer some Black Lives Matter woke people burning down cities and stuff. So basically, we can agree on both sides that we do not support any type of violence during a protest.
I would say to a certain degree, yes. There's some there's some ideology about burning down property and buildings that makes sense as far as we
What?
value. Hold on. Um, the idea that we can value property and buildings over people's lives, that part kind of bothers me. I don't know if you can agree with that, but I think if you make it personal, if I was coming after either your parents, your sister, versus, let's say, a bike or something, or even your house, like which one would you rather lose?
Yeah.
Which one would you rather lose?
Yeah, yeah. Answer that.
What was it? A bike or a house?
Yeah,
A bike.
something materialistic, something you can get back later on versus
Well,
a
yeah. I
person's
mean, you're
life.
gonna you're gonna say like definitely anything. Well, definitely you definitely value human life more, of
Right.
course.
And so that's the main issue that people are trying to push against the whole we shouldn't be violent against people's property. Like, okay, yeah, property is important. We understand that. People work for that. Yeah, cool. Whatever. But like someone's losing their life. There's a lot of people losing their lives over either some racial bias, they don't understand a different group of people, how they act, their culture, whatever the case might be. Like we don't people like me don't deserve to die. People that look like us don't deserve to die. People that aren't some stereotypical person as far as like stereotypical American don't deserve to die. There's people that practice different religions, people that are trans, all these different things. They don't deserve to die just because there's a disagreement. And if you don't understand their perspective on things and you stick to your own perspective, not you specifically, but there's people that stick to their own perspectives and it's like, oh, this person's different. I don't believe in that. That goes against everything I believe. So I'm gonna push out all my anger towards this person, whether it be physically, emotionally, financially, something, and they're gonna
Yeah.
hurt that person as much as they can. And
I think a lot of that has to do with trauma, and I'm gonna kind of leave it at that. But I think just people's trauma, like in the past from their childhood and things like that. You know, people that mean well but just don't express things right. I think a lot of it has to do with trauma, unfortunately. And when it comes to like people not deserving to die, unfortunately, there's not necessarily a meme, but there's like videos and things like that where they show, I think, of dogs, like how people respect and value dogs' lives
yes,
more than humans.
Yeah.
Uh, and it's like a plethora of videos of dogs saving, other dogs or whatever. And so that's like one of the first problems right there. I think a lot of it has to do with a mix of trauma and a mix of just people not, respecting, other humans because of, like I said, past experiences. And yeah, like I said, it's a whole community of people that just think dogs are better than people. So
yeah.
when you mix
Yeah.
all that in, it's unfortunate, and you get what we're talking
On a
about. So.
quick side note, this is something I kind of been thinking about going downstairs, and my dad's watching the news and whatnot. So you remember
Nice.
the old school videos for like starving kids in Africa and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
Oh
and they have the
boy.
charities and whatnot.
Angel.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen not
Yeah.
one of them joints in a while. I've been seeing a lot of
You know,
I've seen a lot of dog ones.
wow.
Was that the Sarah
I
McLaughlin thing?
Yeah,
deliver them in the
yeah,
mail
yeah.
a
Sarah
lot.
McLachlan,
I
yeah,
get a
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
them in the mail with like kids with deformities and things like in their face or in their mouth or whatever, things like that. And it's like for just 5 cents a day. I still get them a lot in the mail because being a letter carrier, I see that stuff a lot.
Hmm.
I get those all the time, and I'm curious when I deliver these pieces. I'm wondering how many people do they get with these things, with these
Look,
advertisements to save
Oh,
this one kid whose body's all
you're
twisted
trash.
up, like he's walking on all fours and things. Like they have that advertised on the front of this letter. So I guess that's probably like to get your attention. Like, oh my god, let me open this letter and see what this is about. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder. Yeah. So I don't
most,
see this much in the commercials anymore, but I definitely
bro,
see them.
80% of those end up in the trash can, bro.
Yep.
Absolutely, the paper,
Like
of
it's
course.
You see the Sarah
Yeah.
McLachlan.
You were being very
picture?
generous with that 80.
I can't even. Yeah, I guess I am being generous with the 80. 90 trash can. 2% of them end up on somebody's dining room table underneath a pile of other shit. So like it's a situation where I'm like, man, I wish in general people were more caring for others, but that's not the society we're built on. We are built in a place, or we live in a place where capitalism
Yep.
gets money and earning your way and working hard is what we're supposed to do to make a life, and that's not exactly how we have been built. What?
Communism.
I do,
Can
yeah.
you hear this?
I do agree that there is more good in the world than evil. And back to that dog thing, I'm a big fan. You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah, yeah, you
I'm a
good.
big, I'm a big fan of Jordan Peterson, and he says that treat yourself kind of how you treat your dog, because for instance, let's say someone's very depressed, they're very sad, not in the right meds, but let's say if their dog needs food, they'll feed their dog needs walk, they'll walk their dog. If their dog needs a shot, they'll get their shot. But for them, they don't feed themselves. They don't go to the doctor and get their medicine. So it's like we care for a dog, but then again, to give your dog medicine, but then we don't go and get medicine to help us out. So it's like, does that make any sense?
Yeah, I get that. I literally stopped talking because Bozer was whining and I kept hearing it. I was trying to figure out what was going on with him.
Yeah.
So, it's very true. People care about animals way more than some other folks.
I think one person that's like does something bad or whatever ruins it for a whole group.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Like, and that's the age old saying. Like, it's just so unfortunate. Even like something as simple as a lot of other races might look at black people as we're all thugs, etc. See me walking down the street, you go on the other side of the street, all because of that other guy you saw on YouTube that was acted ridiculous and things like that. Now I got that. So I guess stereotypes, to sum it up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I don't think it's ever going to stop. I think it comes down to a point, not to make this long-winded, to just like the chaos is never going to stop. Like, there's always going to be a balance of good and evil. And this is not cliche like you hear like in all your favorite animes and everything with the good versus the evil. Like, it's legit. Like, and I think in the end, you just have to ride for who's riding for you and call it a day. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate, but it's always going to be like that. And I think once people accept that and just realize we're not going to change the world and all those cliche things, or I want to want the whole world to be good, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
People are I honestly believe, like, to go a little further, people are just too far gone.
No, I'll say it won't happen we won't see it.
Yeah.
I'll say that we won't.
Yeah, you know what, you got a good point.
It's definitely getting closer to that. Like,
So,
social media, we brought this up last time a little bit, but social media is playing a big role into changing the perception of different types of people.
Oh my. Yeah.
It's becoming pretty crazy.